maybe we can set up a meeting about... Can I call you back, Senator? I'll call you back. Maybe you think Tom McCarthy's Spotlight is too boring a movie to win the Best Picture Oscar. That the films that take home that trophy tend to be action-packed or glamorous, with romance and suspense on a grand scale. But my investigations indicate that this year just the reverse may hold true. I'd argue the Spotlight will and should win the Best Picture Oscar because of its rare, almost alchemical ability to transform the day-to-day tedium of good investigative reporting into the stuff of high drama.
We've got two stories here. We've got a story about degenerate clergy, and we've got a story about a bunch of lawyers turning child abuse into a cottage industry. Now, which story do you want us to write? Because we're writing one of them.
With the help of an excellent ensemble cast, now one of whom, to their universal credit, puts on a hot-dogging, Oscar-seeking, look-at-me kind of performance, McCarthy immediately establishes what's at stake in all this fluorescent-lit hallway walking and waiting room sitting.
Please have a seat.
Okay.
All right, I'm listening. Go ahead.
As they start to report out the full implications of the sex abuse scandal, not just for Boston, but for the Catholic Church at large, the Spotlight team realizes that their efforts will not only serve the cause of truth, but provide some measure of justice for the survivors.
You can use my name if you want.
Thanks, Patrick.
Don't thank me. Just get these assholes, will you?
Once that connection is made, the scene in which we see Mark Ruffalo's character take a cab traveling at or below the legal speed limit, unchased by anyone, is as thrilling as the climax to an action movie. Because we know how close his character is coming to closing in on the proof that will finally expose the church's decades-long cover-up.
We got him. You can't read these letters and think anything else. It's proof.
Yeah,
It is.
this is good work.
Look, I'm not saying it's not a worthy movie, but aren't the Oscars supposed to be about artistry, not the capable representation of boring old reality?
But Dan, what higher form of artistry is there than telling a true story in a way that brings out its real-life moral stakes without insulting the audience's intelligence by ramping up the fake drama?
Guys, Best Picture is not a movie about people just doing their jobs.
Look, we have two stories for Oscar night. One is about the Academy honoring a quiet masterpiece about an incredibly important issue. The other is about people like you convincing the voters to reward empty flash. What do you want to have happen on Oscar night? Dan, be on the right side of this thing when the truth comes out.
It's time, Robbie. It's time. They knew, and they let it happen. It could have been you. It could have been me. It could have been any of us.